gentlemen, to Riant Arts and Entertainment. I'm your host, Karen Page, and we're here for the Strawberry One Act Festival's 21st season. We're at the Hudson Guild Theater. That's at 441 West 26th Street. That's between 9th and 10th Avenue. Come on out. That's March 1st through March 11th. We have here today people from the play Perfect, written by Rebecca L. Pierce and directed by Gene Hughes, who is right here with me, and he's going to introduce the rest of our group.
Well, thank you, Karen. And I have to my left Shanta Macklin and Clarabelle Rios and Vanessa Lovestone, and behind her is Kyle Carter, and behind me is Robert Wright. And not with us is Lamar Cheston, who's one of our actors, and our playwright, Rebecca L. Pierce.
And Dawn Speaks is our other actress.
Dawn Speaks.
Shout out to all you guys.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Wish you were here.
Love y'all.
However we are. So hi, welcome. So the play Perfect. That can go so many places, can't it?
Yes, it can.
So let's see what we have here. Dreams of a career and fame, perfection collide with motherhood and marriage. And this tale of three best friends from college. Who are the three best friends?
Well, we have two of the best friends.
Okay. Absolutely. So,
Clarabelle and...
Yes, and I would like to just mention that it's actually Claribel Ruiz. just to be very clear about how it is that I would like my name to be pronounced, and so that the world knows out there that
noted.
Latinas are out there and they represent, and they're very proud of their Spanish heritage, no matter what we look like.
Claribel Ruiz.
Yeah, there you go, Karen.
Claribel Ruiz.
I like that. There you go.
Okay, so who wants to tell us a little bit about the play without giving it away?
Well, the play is about three friends who are past their college days, about 7 years into their adult life, and they're starting to reassess their lives. They're looking at their careers, their family lives, and for one of the characters is also a look at her marriage, and she wants to work outside the home. And to talk further about that, we have Clarabelle can speak on that.
Claribel?
Yes. So yes, I played the character of Claire, and so she's really in a conflict, right? I mean, there's a question of the desire to be fulfilled personally with herself, having a career, and then there's the conflict of what is it to be a mother, right? What is it to be a wife? And can both of those things actually exist at the same time? And so the question, that's what the play actually asks, that is that possible to exist?
It's an age-old question.
Yeah.
We're going to see how you guys answer it. So tell me about our director, your experience in working with him.
Oh, working with Gene? Well, it's been a great experience. I did work on another play with him a few months before, working on Perfect. And it's been a very good experience. Gene's very patient and very kind to us and understands us. Let us have our creative freedom into the role as well.
Yeah.
I have to jump in there because in conjunction with what she says, I second that, but this is my very first time working with Gene, and he's very insightful. He has a lot of depth when it comes to emotion, and he knows he's not going to let you do what you may want to do all the time. If it doesn't work, he'll say that's not working. But he understands each one of these characters, complex though they are. He understands the depth of each one of them. So when you jump out there, he understands that's what that character would do. So I find him to be very insightful, and he has a lot of depth in understanding each character. It's a lot of depth there. So I trust it. It gives me a lot of confidence to know that I'm working under the direction and leadership of somebody who really knows. And sometimes I've had my moments when
and this is why we have directors.
I had my moments when he'll say, but that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Or one day I was doing a scene and I dropped something. I was working it out in my head. It was a monologue, and I dropped it. I was working the monologue, and he said, you got to follow through on that. And I sort of came out of character, and when he attacked me, I was like, oh, no, you can't do that to me. But he let me know, and he's absolutely right. So, it's I feel very very safe under his tutelage, if you will, in his directorship.
You need a strong director if you're
must
going to
have
have a perfect play.
Ah, I love that.
Good segue.
That's right. That's
So,
right.
who is your character?
Well, I'm at my, well, I don't have a character for this play, but I'm actually behind the scenes. I'm a stage manager
Okay.
for the play, and I'm helping out the cast. I'm working with Gene directly, you know.
Okay. I thought you were in it because you were in the festival last year, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I was in Sarah's Blood. It was written by Rebecca Pierce, and Gene directed it, and it was a very intense play, and thanks to him especially. And I'm in complete agreement with everybody else as far as his directing skills, and his abilities made me able to stretch my limits as an actor, because Sarah's Blood was a very difficult role for me to play, because I play the bad guy.
Yeah.
Which was very difficult because it's based about
Yeah, it was a deep play.
very deep play of a lot of
Yeah.
the issue that society talks
Some
about.
people never like People Again who play those roles.
Yeah, that's what worries me.
But back to Perfect.
Yeah.
And what do you do with the play?
My name is Robert, and I play Shanta's fiance, Brian, in the play.
Okay.
Actually, I have two roles in the play. First, I play Zerwaita,
Yes.
and I play Brian with Shanta's fiance. And my character is, I guess, I'm like Tommy from Martin. I have a job, but nobody know what I do. But I basically support my fiance and what she does. And I grew up with her mother and father. My father's very, very old-fashioned, and my mother was very powerful. And they always clashed, but they kept it together. And that's what held that relationship together. My father's like, well, you know, women gotta stay home. My mother's like, I ain't staying home. I'm working out what I do. But it worked together, so I got the combination of both my mother and my father in me. But I got more of my mother in me than I do my father. Thank goodness.
This is your character.
This is my character.
How does that character relate to you personally? Does it touch you in any places?
Well, fortunately, I grew up without a father. So my mother was my father and my mother, so I learned both aspects of being a man through. Believe it or not, when I hear, which I can't stand, when it said a woman can't raise a boy, that is not true.
Because you
If you
know
have
better.
a strong woman to raise you, my mother taught me how to fight. You know, so if somebody bring you pick up a rock, a stick, and beat him upside the head with it or whatever, but a woman can raise a boy, and she did it because I'm living proof.
Amen. So, Gene, what does the audience want to take away from? What would you like that the audience would take away from this play?
What we like for them to take away is that the success behind every woman is dependent on her support system, her friends, her family, and in the case of Claire, she's married and she's a mother of children. So it's about relationships. That's what we want to see, that people who are going for their goals and the struggles that they go through, the trials and tribulations, their sacrifices and the decisions and then their actions.
And do you run into yourself in this play?
Well, you know, I do. Rebecca writes plays that I think relates to most people, very universal themes like family, like love. And so she writes plays not so much with an ideal cast or color make of the cast, but since I'm an African American and an actor, and I know that there aren't a lot of plays like this or works for us to really get into the multi-dimensional characters, that's the reason why I chose to cast it multicultural.
So that's
So I just want to say one thing.
okay.
I think people should come see this. I know every time I talk to people about this, about the plays, like
Why should they see it?
They should see it because it's about us, right? It's about family, it's about love, it's about relationship, it's about the dynamics of like what that looks like. And it definitely will be conflict, you know, between people, between the man and the woman, like what they think a family should be, what it should look like, and it's really something that people take away and still can have conversations about it. So.
And I think you can have the best of both worlds. You can have your career and you can be a great housewife too, because I've been married 30 years. I raised 2 daughters successfully and I got my degree. We did what we had to do as a family, but we accomplished it and I'm still doing my thing. So
Have the last word.
I just want to say too on that, because some of my coworkers that I was speaking to about the plane, they can't wait to see it, because they say the same thing, that you do find that balance. You do find it, but it's just a little hard. Like some of my coworkers, they're females, and they were like, I'm gonna leave my husband alone, just go see it, because I need me time. You know,
And there's a
it's so
story.
busy
All right.
at home.
And there is a
We
story.
got to wrap. We got to wrap. We got to wrap.
Thank
Come out
you.
to the Hudson Guild Theater, 441 West 26th Street, between 9th and 10th Avenue. On which day?
March
March
3rd.
3rd.
March 3rd.
646-642. That's my phone number. 646-623-3488. 3amptheater.com. Come out. We'll see you.
We'll see you there.
Peace.
Peace.
Come on, buddy boy.